Hello students. So now in this module, we are going to discuss about a very important reaction, that is reactions of metal with water. Metal with water usually gives hydroxides. Also, there are certain metals which on treatment with water gives you metal oxide plus hydrogen gas. Okay. So अब ये क्या है? ये इसको थोड़ा सा अच्छे से understand करते हैं. Let's try to understand how does this reaction works. Okay. The very first thing what you need to remember is that highly reactive metals like sodium or potassium, that is, let's say you have two potassium, when treated with two water molecules, will give you corresponding hydroxides, that is 2KOH plus H2 would be liberated. Okay, so you will get corresponding hydroxide and हाइड्रोजन गैस. अच्छा, ये तो हो गया पोटेशियम का. अगर सोडियम के साथ किया तो सोडियम के साथ भी सेम रिएक्शन होगा. 2Na plus 2H2O gives you 2KOH, sorry, 2NaOH plus H2. Okay, over here in the analogy we forgot to write down hydroxide plus hydrogen gas, तो वो भी लिख देते हैं यहाँ पे hydrogen gas. Okay, let's go further. Next. Okay, over here what you need to remember, just understand a very important thing. Okay, sodium, potassium, or for that matter even calcium, if you take the same reaction with calcium, that is calcium plus H2O, that is 2H2O, gives you CaOH twice, that is corresponding hydroxide, and along with this H2 gas is liberated. So एक चीज जो बच्चों इंपॉर्टेंट है, जो तुम्हें याद रखनी है, वो ये है कि हाईली रिएक्टिव मेटल्स लाइक पोटेशियम, सोडियम, कैल्शियम, okay, these will react with water to give you what? To give you corresponding hydroxides plus H2 gas would be liberated. Acha, in all the three cases over here, just try to understand a very important phenomena. Because आपका metal जो है वो खुद highly reactive है. The metal itself is a highly reactive person. Okay, you don't require heat, you don't require energy over there, and therefore even if the water is cold, your reaction would happen. So over here आपने जो पानी use किया है, this can be cold water. ऐसा क्यों? Because metal खुद में ही बहुत ज्यादा reactive है. Okay, but then अगर आप एक ऐसा metal select करते हो जो कि इतना ज्यादा reactive नहीं है, okay, like magnesium. So if you take magnesium, along with this if you take 2H2O, and if you try to react it with water, you will get MgOH twice, again you will get a hydroxide. Okay, plus you would get H2. अच्छा, यहाँ पे क्या याद रखना है मैं बच्चों? Just check over here, you need to remember कि Mg जो metal था वो इतना ज्यादा reactive नहीं था. He was not a very strong reactive metal or a very I could say highly reactive metal, and therefore the water that you require over here, you require hot water. Okay, you will require hot conditions, मतलब आपको पानी गर्म करना पड़ेगा. Also on top of this, a very important thing that you need to remember is that calcium and magnesium metals, when they react with water, check करो एक बार, are they liberating hydrogen gas? तो हाँ जी बिल्कुल. अब ये जो hydrogen gas liberate हो रहा है, this hydrogen gas it sticks to the metal. ये उस metal के surface को stick कर जाता है, because of which your calcium and magnesium starts to float on water. Okay, they start floating on water. So what you need to remember, that सबसे पहले calcium is a person or a calcium is a metal that can still react with cold water. Magnesium is a metal that will react with hot water. Both of calcium and magnesium, they would start floating on water. And why are they floating on water? Because the H2 which is liberated sticks to the surface of the metal, sticks to the surface of metal, जिसके वजह से metal क्या हो जाता है? Metal buoyant हो जाता है and they start floating on water, sticks to the surface of the metal atoms. ठीक है? Okay, further सर अगर दूसरे metals ले लिए which are not highly reactive तो क्या होगा? वो भी example देखते हैं. Let's suppose आपने metals लिए like aluminium, sorry, aluminium, iron या zinc. Okay, now what will happen? Let's see. So if you take aluminium, the reaction goes like this: 2Al plus 3H2O gives you Al2O3. ओके, अब इस दफा देखो क्या मिल रहा है. यू आर नॉट गेटिंग हाइड्रो ऑक्साइड, यू आर गेटिंग एन ऑक्साइड, यू आर गेटिंग मेटल ऑक्साइड, एंड along with this you would get hydrogen. So with this you will get 3H2 that will be liberated. Similarly, if you try for iron, in this case what would happen? You take 3 iron, 3 Fe plus 4 H2O gives you Fe2O3, that is ferric oxide, और जिसको आप रस्ट भी बोलते हो. And along with this, again, you're getting 4H2 that are liberated. Okay. And finally, if you take zinc, the Zn plus H2O gives you zinc oxide, that is ZnO, plus what you will get? H2. Okay. अच्छा, अब यहाँ पे क्या important चीज है जो याद रखनी है आपको? देखो, the important things that you need to remember over here is that because these metals are not highly reactive, okay, तो आपको energy लगेगा, आपको बहुत ज्यादा strength लगेगा reaction में, and वो strength कहाँ से आएगा? Then you would use water which is in form of steam. मतलब पहले आपने सिर्फ गर्म पानी यूज किया था, लेकिन इस बार आप steam यूज कर रहे हो. So basically the temperature needs to be above 100 degree Celsius. And one more thing, what we can understand from here is that if you have a metal which is highly reactive, okay, up till magnesium, I can say, the metals up till magnesium, वो लोग क्या बनाएंगे? वो लोग बनाएंगे hydro oxides. Whereas the metals below magnesium, up till zinc, they will form oxides. Metals which are less reactive will require a higher temperature. मतलब पहले आप magnesium देख लो, magnesium was just reacting with hot water, but aluminium, iron and zinc, they were not reacting with hot water, rather they were reacting with steam. Okay, मतलब और ज्यादा strength लगेगा, और ज्यादा force लगेगा उस reaction को carry out करने के लिए, और ज्यादा energy लगेगा. Also one more thing which is very very important over here, जो आप already जानते ही हो, the moment you see Al2O3 and ZnO, what you will write down? That both of them, Al2O3 and ZnO, are amphoteric in nature. So Al2O3 as well as ZnO, what are they? They are amphoteric in nature. Acha, what do you mean by amphoteric? Again, it's already discussed in the chapter of acid, bases and salts. If you haven't seen that, just go on the links in the description. You would get a link of amphoteric oxides over there. Okay, yeah, you could just check the playlist for acid, bases and salts. वहां पे amphoteric oxide का video मिल जाएगा. Okay, so done up till zinc. अब सर जिंक के नीचे जो metals होंगे, मतलब the metals like copper, let me write it down over here, copper, lead, gold, silver. Okay, these metals आप जितना मर्जी पानी के साथ डाल दो इनको, these are not going to react with water, so they will show no reaction with water. Okay, nahi in cold condition, nahi in hot condition, nothing. Okay, they are not going to show you any reaction with water. So this was all about reactions of metal with water. They would either give you hydroxides or metal oxides. Main points to focus on: calcium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxides. After they are formed, calcium and magnesium starts to float on water. Aluminium, iron and zinc, they would react with steam, but they would give you corresponding oxides. They would not give you corresponding metal hydroxides, or they will not give you corresponding alkalis. One more thing, let me just talk about alkalis also in this. NaOH and KOH, bacho, just remember, both NaOH and KOH, they are highly soluble in water, and because these are bases and they are highly soluble in water, so the bases which are highly soluble in water, they are referred as alkalis. Okay, so these are referred as alkaline or alkali. And why are they called as alkalis? Because they are bases with high solubility in water, with high solubility, जो पानी में बहुत easily soluble हो जाएंगे. Okay, bases with high solubility in water. ठीक है, इसको भी याद रखना. So this was all about the reactions between metals and water. I hope you must have understood all the points over here. Few major points that you need to remember. I hope that you would take care about it, and we'll meet in the next module. Till then, thank you students. Happy learning and take care.